Good morning, YouTube. So we've got a lot of chores to get done today. We got an event here in a couple of weeks, and just really it's the only event we're having this year. We've been shut down for COVID for the most part, but so we're not going to be doing any sawmilling today. So if you tuned in for sawmilling, you might want to go watch something else. We're just going to be doing chores today. All right, I got you. Good morning. Good morning. He's like, I don't really kind of talk. I don't want to pet with you. I just want to eat some grass. But we're going to get them all let out. As you can tell, Princess is already on the fence over there. She's ready to go. So I did do some sawmilling this weekend, didn't do much. I squared up a white oak and it's still sitting back there. I haven't even cut any pieces on it. Calm down, slow down. Oh, that was a big piece. Good morning. Alright, I'll get the camera set up and we'll get to doing stuff. Say good morning, Princess. Good morning. Alright guys, we're back. We're getting some chores done today. The big one is we got to clean out the barn. Sarah's helping me do that. Getting the barn all cleaned out for our event here in about 2 weeks. I think it's about 2 weeks away, maybe a little less than 2 weeks. But we had a bunch of hay stored over here. So those bales of hay are the ones that were on the ground, and then we got the rest of the hay up in the loft. The left and the right side, those were already up there, just the hay in the middle. So we got to clean out this middle area of the barn, and then we got a bit of shavings over here that we'll put in the middle. And Sarah's already pretty much got all the hay raked out of the ground here. And next is the rose bushes up there on the house. Got to trim those back, and then do some other trimming while I got the trimmer out, and pick up sticks and just make the place look nice. We'll see you here in a little while. So when we built the barn, we made sure that this center aisle was tall enough for the tractor to come all the way through, even with the loft up above it. So Kim is actually putting ashes from our fireplace and diatomaceous earth. And what does that do, Kim?
It cuts down on parasites, because the main action, the odor, is the second. Like a sanitation.
When I come home, she usually throws diatomaceous earth on me as well.
Hey! She's doing good. She's resting.
Go have a good day. I just wanted to find out how Bonnie was doing.
She's doing okay. She's resting.
She had a better night last night than she did the night before.
Sure?
She did better last night as far as the fever.
Right.
A whole lot better.
Okay, that's great.
Sorry for getting shot.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it on that side of her. Just trying to be productive.
Okay. I'm sorry I've spread diatomaceous earth.
You hear that? The boss got on me.
Y'all might not want to be in here while I spread this.
Why?
It's very powdery. It's not good for your lungs.
You hear that? The boss told us to take a mandated break. So we'll take a mandated break from filming too.
Oh, you did.
Alright, so the Queen of Little Windy Hill has deemed the area safe to put out shavings. So we're going to go ahead and finish that. That's how we clean out the barn. I'll give you an idea of what we did yesterday. trim the rose bushes over here. That grapple I got, I just pile it all up and then come up here with the grapple and take it and grab most of it up. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? There's Winston and old Radar. What are you doing, big guy? That's his official spot. He just sits on the porch, does whatever he wants. So we trimmed up the bushes. Now to some of y'all, these bushes don't look trimmed. But for us, they're trimmed good enough. So we trim them all up, trim these up. What I do is I just rake it all up, grab it with the grapple. We trimmed some of these up. So we've already got 2 pallets of firewood up on the porch, ready for the winter. I want to say we're at about a quarter of a cord per pallet. Depends on how high I stack it. We've already had one fire, and then that chimney there, that's the one our wood stove is hooked to. The other chimney we don't use. And then we got a 3rd chimney back here. It's the original chimney to the house. Let's see, I can't see it from here, can we? There it is. That's the original. We don't use it either. So while I was doing stuff yesterday, there was a stump here, I don't know, 24 inches in diameter. We took it out and covered some dirt on it, and I had a couple holes over here that I put some dirt in. And then I tried cutting a 1/4 inch thick white oak and putting it on this well house last week. I didn't make a video on it because it did not work. It all bowed and looked awful.
You should tell them about our sink.
Oh yeah. Here's Mrs. Little Windy Hill. Came out here to help. And then Mr. Elvis eating the morning yard grass. Yeah, we let them out in the yard in the mornings. They just keeps me from mowing so much, really. Then I just gotta mow the outside of the fence. So here at Little Windy Hill, when you're out, you're petting all the animals and everything. We put this sink in last year, maybe a year before.
Year before, when we opened.
It ain't nothing but some stacked blue slate rock. And then we found this old sink at Habitat for Humanity and put it in. And I just got the garden hose over here, run to the bottom of the sink, and just has cold water. But you can wash your hands after petting on the animals.
Short for kids.
Short for kids. Got the rock there for the little short ones. And then it just drains out. This pipe just goes somewhere out there. So that is that's some of the chores from. Oh, and I down here in the middle between the fences, I'd put a water line in, ran all the way around over to the barn, and I needed some more fill dirt down there to get that smoothed in, because all the rain we got packed in the hole from the ditch I dug. So I put some more dirt in there, and then that's the barn clean out. Me and Sarah cleaned out the barn yesterday. You'll see that in the beginning of the video probably. And we got one sick in the house, so we're all sort of self-quarantining. Don't know if it's the COVID or just some kind of bug. I'll probably do some more stuff today, so stay tuned. So here's our little silo we built. All this is a grain bin that we cut the bottom off of. We actually repurposed the bottom. If you look over here in the duck pasture, we flipped it upside down. We took the legs and drilled down 3 foot in the ground, and then put the legs down in the ground and then bolted it back to the bottom of the silo. That way, you know, when you got bad weather or something, it doesn't blow over. We had a plan to paint that thing, but we never did. And then we took the other leg and stuck it on this side. Same thing, drilled down in the ground, bolted it back to the silo, and did the same thing on this side. So this is just something that when the kids come out to the farm, they can go into the silo. We've got some cotton hanging up in there, and some little things for them to see. We also use it for a bit of storage. So we got our little roping station down there in the bottom. It's got a little calf's head on it. We pull it out and kids can learn how to rope. Kim, tell them what's hanging on that.
So basically I'm probably going to echo in here. It's just things for them to look at, and like parents pull it down. It's pots, it's sickles, and just things like that. Just old stuff for the kids to look at and explore. There's dried herbs and stuff like
going
that.
in and out.
Yeah, they do. It's just basically for them just to enjoy.
So we had to do a little maintenance on it. There was a huge wasp nest. If you look back here, there was a wasp nest right there. So we got them all killed. They're still hanging in the spider web some. But this is what do you call this game?
It's a beanbag toss game.
Beanbag toss. So we cut it to make it look like a big barn, and then we, you know, angle it down, and then they got like a little beanbag toss. It's a little bigger for the kids, so they can hopefully get their beanbags on the board. So earlier I said we had to fill in some dirt in this area. We tapped into the water line. So I put this water line in. This was actually on the inside of the fence to start with, that water line there. And the horses rubbed up against it, so we decided when we were going to tap into the water line, we took it down to that fence and took it on around to the barn, that we would put the actual pipe, the yard hydrant, outside the fence. That way the animals can't rub up against it. So this is an old bale of hay. It was sitting in the silo from earlier. So we're just we don't want the animals to nibble on it that much, so we're just gonna spread it out and cover up this grass. Cover up this dirt. All right, so there's one more thing knocked off the to-do list. You wouldn't think throwing old hay out like that would actually grow grass, but it will. I learned that by accident. We had some old moldy hay that got wet, so we didn't want to feed it to our animals. So I took it and dumped it back here in the woods, and I had a huge patch of grass come up right where I dumped it. So you can throw you some old hay out and it'll grow you some grass. All right, so we're done with our yard work. We had an old can of grain that I guess just we never fed to the animals. So we dumped it in the bucket here. I'm gonna take it back to the woods. Maybe the deer will eat it, and we'll be off to the next thing for the day. Wanted to give a shout out to Tristan. I know he's watching this video, so we're gonna take the Kubota MX 4700 and go dump some of this. We'll see you, Tristan. So we're ending the day with a little bit of horseback riding. This is the first time that Sarah has had her horse out of the pasture riding on it. So we just the bridle, no saddle or anything. He's doing good. So is she. Anyway, if you like these videos, hit the like button, comment down below, and please share them with your friends. We'll see you next time.